And indeed, welcome aboard wherever you be across our great country, across the world, by courtesy of the internet and all social media. And a big welcome to all of our gathering right here in Melton, Victoria, Australia. It's always a joy, Jenny, when we have the opportunity of coming from the Lighthouse, the House of Light, which of course, as we well know, is of One Light Federation, and alive and thrusting forth the Word of God, the Word of Jesus, and the Word of the Divine, and bringing the love, the light, the message towards everyone willing to listen, open to embrace. What a blessing, an absolute blessing. That we have the opportunity, yes, a mighty blessing upon us, not to be confused with ego or even shigo. It's a case of someone needs to bring forth the message, the wisdom, the love, the light, regardless of the individual. Many are called, few are chosen. We know those words well. We've been fortunate that we've been prompted to answer the divine call. And what a privilege it is to serve, to bring forth that love and that light. We can look around the world and say, yes, as we see the world, as we hear about the world, there are many areas in desperate need and search of love and light and support and a whole lot more. But we each, every one of us, have the opportunities of doing what we can. As indeed the people across the whole of the earth's broad surface have the opportunities of doing what they possibly can in support of their fellow man, their fellow woman, their fellow loved ones, and indeed all of God's creation. We can look at the care, the love of the planet, the natural world, the wildlife, the flora, the fauna, the forests. We can all make judgment, we can all make assessment, but then we ask of ourselves, what are we doing about it? That famous question Melchizedek posed at the beginning of last year, what are you going to do about it? And it's a mighty, mighty, mighty question. We can come forth with all of the wisdom, we can espouse everything you could ever crave or want, but it still comes back to us as individuals. What indeed will we do? Will we stand up and do something? Or are we quite happy and content in our own little world? The smallest gifts all add up to the aggregate. Truly, the smallest gifts make a difference. We had the opportunity before this service of being reminded of an experience we shared about a year or so back, where we came across an individual in need of help and support. And to see that love emanate, that appreciation, that depth of appreciation emanate from that individual. We didn't make a big song and dance about it. There was no one around to watch what we did by way of generosity or outreach or help and support. But we did it because we cared. We saw a genuine, desperate need. We helped. Our reward was seeing the joy on that individual's, and I'm being careful not to use names, male, female, anything, but to see the joy on that individual's face and heart. And what joy it was, Jenny.
Yes, indeed.
I'll give you a chance to speak.
But speaking about Melchizedek, we all know that Melchizedek is the King of Righteousness.
Indeed.
And also he brought forth this year, at the start of the year, to anoint all of us as caretakers.
He did.
To be the caretaker of our need. So this is so important, to have that greater understanding that we need to look after ourselves. If we want peace in the world, we have to find peace within ourselves. We need to work on our needs. We need to care, and that's why we are the caretaker. So we take care of our need. And this is of love. When we truly love and nurture ourselves, we then realize how special we are in the sense that we need nurturing. We need to look after ourselves, which also comes together as personal responsibility. We need to realize that we are responsible for our life, for our thoughts, for our actions, and thereby we become aware that we need to love and respect and truly honor who we are. And when we do so, we realize that we are not only looking after ourselves, but ourself then expresses itself more lovingly, more peacefully. So then we become more of a radiant light that will help everybody else around us. We realize that we learn through all that influences our life. Right from the beginning when we are born, we are influenced by the life that we are born into. Everybody in our life influences our thoughts, our understanding of all that we learn. So then we reflect on what we have learned throughout our life, and that is what molds us. We then come to realize that we are spirit and that we are responsible then for a thought that we have. But we also then remember that we have the power and the opportunity to change our belief. That we can see and relate within our heart center, is this right? Is this coming from a place of love and righteousness? So again, we are open to being the caretaker. And we take care of our need. We take care of our perception of love, our perception of peace, our perception of righteousness and truth. And we allow that then to feed and nurture us. We become aware when it comes within the heart center, when we allow ourselves to go deeper within heart. We know what is right and wrong. It's the same as we cannot deny our connection to spirit. And when upon earth we lie, we know ourselves that it is not the truth. It's the same as when you go back into your heart center, you know what feels right. And it is that you don't go against that. You have that understanding that you have the righteousness and the power behind you to stand tall and be the expression of what you know is right. And this indeed is taking care of a need to be righteous, a need to be loving, a need to express yourself coming from the heart, coming from love, unconditional love, which will then truly nurture you. So it is as we encompass with love, and I'm really teaching a lot and reaching out to a lot more people to help them remember the importance of putting themselves in a ball of light, to protect thyself, to protect yourself from having your energies drained or depleted, from taking on board other people's concerns or worries. It is so important again to look after your need to be protected, your need to be loved and nurtured. And by having the awareness and the intention every day, as many times a day as you like, I am in my ball of light. You are saying, I love myself. I love my energy. And so then I protect it with love, with the intention of knowing that when I'm in my ball of light, I am being healed, I am being nurtured, I am being loved. My needs are taken care of. Again, we come back to that personal responsibility. And as taught of PIP, which is PIP, protection. And as we protect ourselves through the ball of light, we initiate the ball of light knowing that I love myself to protect my vibration, to protect my spirit, so that I now am in the purity of my light, with the intention to be loving, to be nurturing, to be peaceful, to heal. And then prayer. When we put out a prayer and we are praying with love and gratitude for the opportunity to know that when I do this exercise, that I am preparing myself to protect. And it is in preparation that we then realize that as I'm preparing to walk the earth with love.
Indeed, you are correct, Jenny. And it's for us to ensure we do not misunderstand what has been said. For in order to serve, in order to help, in order to support, in order to guide, in order to be a mentor, to teach, in order to elevate, to help others elevate, we must be in the best possible situation and condition in terms of ourself. If we are in good health, shining beautiful, loving light forth, of course others will be attracted to us, wondering what on earth we're up to. But we can then help others. If we are in poor condition, drained, no life, desperately in need of help and support ourselves, how on earth can we help others? We need therefore follow the advice as Jenny has shared. Follow the protection, and it's protecting ourselves so as to ensure we are in our best possible light. In other words, relate to modern day life, if you will, although this is modern day life. A motor vehicle will run much better if it has regular service, love and attention. But if you run that vehicle into the ground, do you really expect it to perform well? Of course not. Now, consider yourself as that proverbial motor vehicle. Have yourself in the position and the condition whereby you can stand. Shine as that God-given beacon. And let it be that that divine inspiration, that loving hand, that healing hand, the inspirational hand, be available to all willing to embrace and to accept. Remember, it's the same when we, regardless whether male or female, when we extend a hand forth, it's up to others to reciprocate. We are only part of the equation. And it's not to react negatively if others don't respond. It's again to preserve that love and light within and extend it where it will be appreciated and accepted. Extend forth. Give the offer. If people don't accept, that's their free will. Send loving blessings in their direction and pray that they, next time round, will be ready to accept. But then go forth to another and believe my offer was better needed or more urgently needed by someone else. Have that level of confidence and trust that you are being guided. That's what it's all about, to have that level of trust. And do it with love. We often find on our respective pathways, we come across instances where we shake our heads, almost in disbelief. But again, it's not for us to impose the judgment upon. But again, we have the opportunity of extending forth that helping hand. That hand loving, ready to assist. But again, it still comes back to whether or not people accept. There are many ways of offering assistance and support, even amongst our friends, and that is often the hardest market of all. Regardless, we stand tall, ready to shine that God-given light, that help, that support, that inspiration. And if not, well, it simply means it's us that we need help. So we never waste that God-given inspiration or gift.
And a beautiful way to remember, as remembering Pip is like a Pip, is so vital for a healthy, happier life. Because it is the core of us. The Pip is like the seed, and we are God's creation. So let it be that the God within us sprouts from that Pip of protection, intention and prayer. Let it be that we remember the light of who we truly are. And so a beautiful way to remember that and a beautiful way to communicate is in meditation. So as we now move into meditation, and again, let it be that you see yourself in that ball of light that we're speaking about. That when you put yourself in a ball of light, it doesn't matter if you don't see it, it's your intention that you are within this ball of light, that you are being nurtured within, you are being protected, and the radiant light of all that you are radiates forth through you and filling your energy field with such love, with such devotion. So let it be that at this moment you close your eyes and allow yourself just to be in the stillness, to allow yourself to move into the sacred space within your heart, knowing that I am willing to embrace this light, to bathe in love, knowing that I receive the communication for my highest good. And all that takes place right now is for my highest good, for my growth. I am taking care of my need to communicate with the divine, to allow the healing, to allow the wisdom, the peace to encompass. And knowing now that you feel more relaxed and more peaceful, for you are giving permission to stop, to pause, to listen, to allow yourself to be still. You move into the stillness deep within your heart center. You move in saying, I accept the love that is on offer. I accept the light of all that I am to nurture me. I bathe in the love and light that encompasses. I know that I am loved. And you become aware of a light, of a vibration at your feet. And you feel the vibration. And as you feel this vibration, you have the understanding that Spirit are preparing you, welcoming you to bathe in the love and light of healing. And the healing vibration now runs from your feet, running up your legs and moving through your body, inspiring, awakening, revitalizing. And you are giving permission for this light to tend to your need, to console, to heal, to love, to nurture. And as you feel the vibration moving through your energy field, aware of the colour vibration that you see. You become aware of a brighter light, a warm, glowing light upon the top of your head. And as it now moves down into your third eye, you have a vision of a golden pathway. And the golden pathway is inviting you, calling you, encouraging, inspiring. And you see yourself happy, glowing, accepting the invitation. A beautiful angel appears upon the golden path, and you feel the gentleness of light before you. You become aware of your heart center, accepting the peaceful, tender energy into your heart center. And as you feel the loving light, aware of the glow at your heart center, you become aware that you are more relaxed and more peaceful. So indeed you surrender, allowing yourself to go deeper and deeper into love. Knowing all is well, that all is peaceful, that all is calm. And at this moment, you become aware of all that surrounds you. All that comes to you now is to inspire, but is to remind you of the beauty that exists around you. And all that surrounds you now is nurturing you, for you are open and receptive to receive the love from nature, the love from the angel. You are giving permission to truly bathe in the glory of this light. And as you do so, you become more peaceful, enough that you release and let go of any blocks, of any burden that comes to mind. You know that this is a time to truly purify your mind, your heart, your energy field. To truly release and let go of all that prevents you from truly bathing in unconditional love, in the wisdom from the highest. I release and I let go, knowing that all is transformed so as to heal, so as to provide the wisdom and the need so that I take care, so that I rise to be aligned with the divine vibration. You become aware of a feather in your hand. The feather is light. The feather is pure. You become aware of the feather, the colour, the vibration, the size of the feather. Let it be that this feather provides you with a word, with a message. Allow yourself to truly connect to the feather. And at this moment, you realize that you are communicating with the vibration of the feather. The unification of spirit. For you are spirit, the feather is spirit. The unification of spirit, the unity of love, the unity of light, the unity of healing, when you truly surrender and allow healing to take place. love and gratitude for the healing and the communication at this moment, knowing that you feel the gentleness, you feel the embrace, you feel the glowing light upon your head, your third eye, the vibration that moves through your body, reminding you that you are truly loved and appreciated, that you are truly safe and protected, and that this is a wonderful opportunity to bathe in sacred light. And the feather remains in your hand. The feather remains to remind you of light, of purity. And you now feel the vibration back in your feet to remind you that you walk the earth. So to be proud of who you are, to allow the gift of who you are to be recognized and shared, to be peaceful, and to truly love thyself, taking care of your needs proudly. You embrace all that is on offer, and you realize that all that you see, all that you feel is a gift from Spirit. And so now, as you bring your awareness back to your body, taking in a deeper breath, bringing your awareness back to the present. With love and peace, with love and gratitude for all that you have experienced. Let it be now that you take in a deeper breath.